Well, beloved, welcome again to StewTube. Thank you very much for tuning in last time. We've had just under 1,500 views, which is quite amazing. So let me encourage you to keep sharing these clips with your friends and your family so they get a sense of where we're headed in the great diocese of Canberra and Goulburn. I'd like to speak to you briefly on the theme of New Horizons. Many of you will be aware that my dear colleague, Bishop Allen, announced his resignation from the Episcopal team last week. This resignation comes into effect at the end of this year, and Bishop Allen and Tricia have served us well for 25 years. Allen started out as a deacon, then a priest, then an archdeacon, and then a bishop. And there'll be a farewell Eucharist for Bishop Allen in our cathedral at the end of this year. Last weekend, Bishop Trevor announced to the saints at Waniasa that he'll be leaving them at the end of this year as well. And that is because Bishop Allen is joining me here in Jamison House full-time. His role in 2010 will be to oversee the ministry, training and development portfolio for both lay and ordained people. Now, I'm really excited about this, so do please pray for Trevor and Ruth as they make their way into Jamison House. I've also appointed 5 new regional archdeacons based in Wagga Wagga in the northwest, Goulburn, North Canberra, Queanbeyan and South Canberra, the Coast and Southern Monero. And their task will be to develop grassroots regional strategies for mission. Please pray for these people, and details of their appointment can be found on our website. To assist these archdeacons in this new and very strategic role, I'll also be appointing at the end of this year a full-time diocesan ministry facilitator. John Barnes is the person who I've selected, and that is because John has been working with 13 or 14 of our parishes across the diocese and has been doing an extraordinary job. So please do pray for John as he takes on this new role. As well as our portfolio archdeacons for rural ministry and chaplaincies, I've also appointed Anne Rance as our new archdeacon for disabilities ministries. This is an area that does need attention, and Anne is well equipped for this new task. Under this banner of New Horizons that I've been speaking about, I'd ask you to pray for our Synergy Youth Board as they seek to appoint a new director for youth ministries for the diocese. This is a really important job, and my great hope, my desire, my dream is that we might have regional youth coordinators in each of our archdeaconry regions. This appointment will be made towards the end of the year, and that is because Judy Douglas is becoming a church planter and will be stepping down from this work, and she'll be working in the Belconnen area. Would you also please pray for our Anglicare board as they seek to appoint a new CEO? Just over my shoulder you'll see an extraordinary picture. It's a beautiful cross painted by an Indigenous person, and it reminds me of my relationship with the Diocese of the Northern Territory. And Bishop Greg has contacted me recently. What Bishop Greg and his synod would like to do is to appoint an Indigenous canon missioner to that diocese. And he's asked us for help. He's asked us to pray for the right kind of an appointment. Secondly, he's also asked for financial assistance. And I'd be very pleased to hear from anybody who might be willing to give substantial amounts of money, or whatever you can afford, towards the appointment of a canon missioner for the Diocese of the Northern Territory. Can I also thank you for taking Back to Church Sunday so seriously? Do you know that we've trained more than 200 people in preparation for this outstanding event on September the 13th? I think it really will be a wonderful thing in our diocese. Keep on praying for that event, and I'm grateful that you've been taking it so seriously. And finally, would you please pray for me as I prepare for synod? It's clearly my first synod in the chair. I've not done this thing before, so I'd very much appreciate your prayers so that I get it right, so that Christ is honoured, and that it will be a wonderful time of fellowship. Thank you for joining me on this episode of StewTube. Keep tuned for more. The Lord be with you.